Welcome to FootballGamePlan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our 2012 SEC Championship game preview between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now let's start with Georgia in this ball game, and we look at their offense. I think they have a good matchup on the flanks between Travaris King, Malcolm Mitchell, their tight end Arthur Lynch, who's 6'5", versus those Alabama corners and safeties. I think they can play above the rim. I would even flank out Arthur Lynch a little bit more to take advantage of those matchups between those linebackers and safeties. And running the football, we know Georgia has some great freshman running backs in Marshall and Gurley. You want to run out of spread formations. That's the way you attack a 3-4 defense, which Georgia should know well. You spread out the formations and you're able to find those natural running lanes easily, and that's what they can have an effect in an offensive running attack. Now you look at the defensive side of the football, the big matchup is going to be between nose tackle John Jenkins and also Barrett Jones, the center of Alabama. The winner of that battle, two All-Americans going at it, could ultimately determine the winner of the ball game. Now you move over to Alabama in this matchup, and defensively, 4 defensive shutouts on the season. That's getting it done. And in order to get it done versus Georgia this week, they have to get A-gap pressure versus Aaron Murray. We know he's a mobile guy that can get outside the pocket and throw well on a run. Keep him bottled up, get that A-gap pressure, and that puts him in a box, and it allows you the opportunity to get batted passes, which could result into interception. He hasn't thrown one in a while, but you got to keep him bottled up and clog his sight lanes. And also defensively, you can't allow yourself to get reached. If you allow Georgia to get to the edge with those outstanding tailbacks, they can hit a lane and get downfield very quickly. You have to set the edge, keep them bottled up, tackle to tackle, and that way those inside backers can play downhill and make plays at or near the line of scrimmage. And on offense, TJ Yeldon and Eddie Lacy in the passing game could be huge for Alabama. We know they're outstanding tailbacks. They can run. They are very underrated in the passing game. So those screen passes or swing routes or even those wheel routes where you get those backs going downhill could have a huge effect in this ball game. This is a very good, well-balanced attack on both sides of the ball. When you look at these teams on film, Georgia has an explosive offense as well as a very good defense. Alabama has an explosive offense as well as a very good defense. I like Georgia in this game, and the reason why, I look at the A&M game for similarities. When you spread out Alabama and are able to attack that short to intermediate passing game, and you have a tight end that's very talented and you can run the football, that's a lot to handle for any defense, let alone Alabama. I think Georgia's offensive game plan gives the Bama defense problems, spreads them out, it weakens their pressure, and they will be able to run the football versus that very tough defense. I look for Georgia to win this ball game and move on to the national championship.